What's up, guys? Renasant here. Welcome back to the channel. So, as you can see, we are prostrating with our good friend Gale here. But we're not going to mess with him. Not yet, at least. So we ended the last episode with, of course, rescuing Sigurd from his well prison out here by tossing down the armor that our good friend Unbreakable Patches stole from him. So this is, of course, where Sigurd was trapped. This area is actually pretty much 100% complete now. The only thing we really have to do is go fight the boss. So we're going to go ahead and do that today. And go ahead and probably advance to the next area. So there's a couple ways to get to the boss. The quickest way that I have found, as long as those gates are up, you can just take the, well, actually, disregard. You don't even need to do this. The quickest way that I have found is to just simply travel to Rosaria's bedchamber. And again, do not give Rosaria a pale tongue. Do not ask to join her covenant. If you do these things, you'll screw up another quest line. So, but you can go ahead and go to Rosaria's bedchamber bonfire. And of course, remember when you come out here, there's these slug guys everywhere, which if you're not careful can... Ooh. If you're not careful, they can inflict maggots on you. Oh, that is loud. Let me get to safety right quick and cut that game volume down a little bit. There we go. You don't have to fight these guys. I'm really just doing it at this point for some extra souls, I guess. There's no need to fight them. Yeah, don't get hit by that nasty stuff. Okay, so we've left behind a pile of nasty in our wake. So yeah, this is the way that I found to be the quickest way. Patches is still here. Excuse me.
Oh, can't resist it.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything new to say. Once you
Can't find anything.
beat the boss, he should be gone. But I'm gonna actually just check briefly. Okay, we do have some alluring skulls, and we do not have any black fire bombs. So I am gonna actually buy one of those, buy one of those. And that's really all I need.
Thanks.
He'll just hang out. So now, as long as you have these raised up, you can go ahead and just run right across here to put us back to where we had initially jumped off, or where the front door was. So there's the front door that we opened. Go ahead and do our elevator. This might not be necessarily the shortest path back to the boss, but it's the path of least resistance. There's not very many enemies on the way. There are a couple. One thing you want to do is go ahead and equip an alluring skull to your quick bar. And that might not make a lot of sense, but it will become clear, I assure you. You can just run past these guys if you'd like. I typically do fight them just to, again, go ahead and get some souls. Ooh, too slow. Not sure how that wouldn't have backstabbed. Whew. Jesus. We're dead. Alright. So, that was fun. I'm sorry, I just got home, so, from work. We didn't lose any souls, because we're wearing a ring of sacrifice. That's funny. We're just gonna go back. We're not gonna fight all these a-holes this go around. Patches is still hanging out there, of course. Oh. Not sure why we're freezing there. I swear these Dark Souls servers are just, ugh. A little jank sometimes. So we're just going back to the same place. We should be able to kill these guys. They're not that tough. We really want to fight these idiots first. Come here. There we go. How did he hit us? That's what I was trying to do. Ooh, Cathedral Knight Greatsword. Thank you. We'll check that out momentarily. Just gonna go ahead and kill the riffraff first while we're here. Very easy to take care of that guy. Give me that great mace. Give me that great mace. Give me that. You know you want to. He does not want to. That's okay. So the Cathedral Knight Greatsword. It's an ultra greatsword wielded by the Knights of the Cathedral of the Deep. Highly destructive if intolerably heavy. Its blade is flattened for use as a strike weapon, but the point at the end allows for thrusting. So we can't wield it right now because we're weak. But you can see this thing's bad. And then it's got the poking R2. Yeah, we can't even really wield it at all there. It's a pretty fun weapon. It's not the best ultra great sword. In fact, it's probably one of the worst. But either way, it's fun to use. More deacon stuff. We are going to go ahead and use an ember as well. You want to make sure you're embered in this area before you fight the boss, because there are some summon signs, some NPCs that we can summon. There's one, which should be Horus, and a second one, which should be Henri. And I believe that's all of them. Yes. So, of course, you would have had to have chatted with them, I believe, in the woods, the Crucifixion woods. So, I personally like to summon Horus just because he's a lot stronger. We might actually be able to summon both of them, now that I remember right. Yeah, we can actually summon Horus and Henri. And one thing to note, when you summon phantoms for a boss fight, and that's whether it's an NPC phantom or a real person in real life on multiplayer, the boss will gain quite a lot of additional HP per summon. So by summoning, like say the boss's health pool is 5,000. By summoning Horus, it goes up to 6,000. By summoning Henri, it might go up to 7,500. So the boss will get quite a boost in HP. But that's okay. It's not a hard boss. So we're going to go ahead and take them and fight the Deacons of the Deep. So you see the red one right there. Basically, just ignore... you can see they have a lot more HP. Ignore all these guys and only really go for the one with the red glowing thing in it. That is the one, as you can see down there, that's actually taking damage. You can attack the other ones if you'd like, but The only ones that will make the boss take damage is the one that's in red, so. Be aware of that. They're not very dangerous. You can see they're shooting fireballs and poking and everything, but as you can see, my health bar is not going down very quickly. Alright, so once these come up, you're going to want to throw an alluring skull over there. And what that alluring skull will do will be to basically draw a bunch of these guys away. And you can just kind of go hard over there. So again, throw an alluring skull. Don't let them do all that stuff they got going on right there, because that will actually curse you. See these guys that are like praying and stuff? That's bad news. So he's almost dead. Ooh! That doesn't actually hurt much, it just knocks you back a lot. And they're dead. Easy peasy. So you can see that's what the alluring skull is for, is to draw a lot of those guys away. So we get a small doll and a soul of the Deacons of the Deep. And some souls as well. So Henri and Horace are gone. So the small doll is a silverwork doll depicting a young squire. In the legendary old city of Irithyll, situated in the Boreal Valley, the Pontiff Sullivan gave this doll to valued subjects so that they might use it to cross the barrier when they return home. Listen carefully, and you can hear it say, "Wherever you go, the moon still sets in Irithyll. Wherever you may be, Irithyll is your home." Dope. So you're hearing a lot about Pontiff Sullivan. You can only imagine what he is. Where am I at right now? Okay, there we go. Soul of the Deacons of the Deep. After Aldrich left for the Boreal Valley, Archdeacon Royce remained in the cathedral with the High Priest to keep eternal watch over their master's coffin. So if you remember right, Henri was basically looking for Aldrich's coffin, which that is what this giant thing is. This is actually Aldrich's coffin. So, of course, he's not here, but there is a doll here, so it's always good. I was about to say, I've never noticed these things behind the statue, the Pilgrims of Londor. So go ahead and light your bonfire, and you do want to go ahead and rest at this bonfire, because when you do, an item will appear here. Also a, presumably Royce, Archdeacon Royce, so yes, Archdeacon stuff. Which, as you can see, is very similar to the Deacon robe, just better, basically. Holy garb worn by an Archdeacon of the Cathedral of the Deep, a sign of the Way of White's highest rank, one of the 3 Archdeacons of the Deep. One stood over Aldrich's casket with hope that he would return one day. Don't bet on it, pal. So after you do that, now you're going to want to go ahead and head back to Firelink Shrine here. Just to, you know, just to scope out the place. You'll notice, you may notice some things different. Oh, he's got nothing new to say. Leonhard, he's still here, right?
Come on.
Yeah, he still wants us to go talk to Rosaria. Well, let's go up to this corner up here and see if there's anything going on over here. Nothing, eh? interesting. And we will press onwards. And we don't have anything. Just making sure we don't have anything.
Oh, hand in one. Goodbye. Oh, this place.
Y'all still chilling. Do not believe we have any pyromancy stuff to give. No. Don't have any scrolls. We did get a tome though, I believe. The Braille, the one with the evil miracles. Yes.
Oh, what's this? Champion of Ash, this divine tome is forbidden. These are dark tales of things that lurk deep within men. These stories would not please you. Of course, if you insist, I will read them for you.
Yeah, girl, read them.
Only... Oh, they frighten me so. The little creatures that...
So the two miracles that she learned is Deep Protection and Gnaw. Now, to complete, and there is a quest line with her and Egon of Kareem. You don't actually want to buy these, not right now. Eventually we will, I'm sure, but as of right now, just leave those miracles be, those two dark miracles. We don't want to mess with them. There, that's who I was looking for. Y'all usually like closer. So Horace, of course, he won't say anything, but Henri's got some new dialogue.
Oh, and we meet again. We spoke before on the road of sacrifices. Henri of Astora. I'm well pleased to see you safe. We reached the Cathedral of the Deep, but Aldrich's coffin was empty. The man-eater must have left for his true home. The little girl in the empty coffin told me. Aldrich is said to hail from Iroquois in the Boreal Valley, an ancient fabled city. A pilgrim told me that the city lies beyond Farron Keep, and so becomes our destination. Aldrich's honest home is Iroquois in the... A pilgrim told me so.
Alright, so Farron Keep. Yes, that is where we are going next. First of all, we're going to go ahead and level up. And I think I may make a boss weapon because I don't want to burn us out on the Claymore. Well, I don't know. We'll keep rocking the Claymore for now. Let's make sure we can't level it up. I know we did get some large titanite, but no, we need one more piece. Darn.
Pretty be careful.
Well, very well then taken.
So what we do want to go ahead and do probably is up our damage. So you can see that only does it by 1, that does it by 2. We're going to go ahead and go to 25. Do something like that for now. Nothing too crazy.
Farewell, Ashen One.
So we'll just go ahead and we're just leveling up a little bit. Oh, we do have an undead bone shard burn. Now we're gonna want to go, guess where we're going? We're going back to the Crucifixion Woods. So I told y'all we'd be back. Folks didn't believe me. I told you. So, Crucifixion Woods. Remember when I said we're just going to avoid the swamp at all costs? Well, now has come the time of our reckoning. So we are going to fight the giant crabs, unfortunately. That's the best way to start handling this one right here. also, you'll notice we just got invaded by Yellowfinger Hazel. Not 100% sure where Hazel is. But she will invade you when you come back to the swamp, so... Hazel! Where are you? Go ahead and pick up your fallen knight gear. Oh, there she is. So Hazel is an interesting character. She is not a particularly difficult character, I say, as she pummels me into oblivion. Don't let her rest us. Oh, you. She's sneaky. You can see she's got some sorceries. She's got a crossbow. Oh, and she just got us. That was beautiful, Hazel. I'm not even mad. Oh, poised right through that, Hazel. Sorry. Sorry, Buttercup. So, killing her will get you some stuff. We will go ahead and check that out. First thing first, we'll get the Hazel pick from her. So, as you notice, this is actually... And make sure I'm not being surrounded by crabs here. Yeah. So, the Hazel pick is actually a catalyst as well as a... like an actual physical weapon. Choice weapon of Yellowfinger Hazel, a Finger of Rosaria and Xanthus Scholar. It's both the weapon and sorcery staff. So choice weapon of Yellowfinger Hazel. So she was also a Finger of Rosaria, much like Leonhard, much like Long Finger Kirk, Ring Finger, Yellow Finger. Notice a trend here. And then she also dropped her dope chef's hat. Don't we look stylish? We'll read that. Crown supposedly made in imitation of a divine creature of Ulasil, land of ancient golden sorceries. Xanthus clothing is the mark of a researcher of lost sorceries, and the oversized crown is emblematic of their work. So, again, Dark Souls 1 callback. Ulasil is basically a land of giant mushrooms, and we'll see some more symbolism of that later, but we also picked up the Fallen Knight stuff. There's not really a lot of lore on them. It just says the drab, tattered hood conceals tough black metal, which provides dependable protection from fire. It does look pretty interesting, though. We'll rock the helmet for now. And we are going to go kill this other crab, because, you know, why not? He's pissed. Couple hits there, you should be able to stagger them out and beat them to a pulp. So remember, you kill those guys once, or one of them once, you should get that swamp ring. Remember, use your dagger to quick step. Look at all this dope stuff that we almost forgot about. Ha! False, we did not. So the Pyromancy Tome. Pyromancy Tome from the Great Swamp containing advanced pyromancies. Give to the old master pyromancer to learn advanced pyromancies of the Great Swamp. Passed down from master to pupil. Without a master, there's no pupil, but without a pupil, there is also no master. Yeah, y'all are very inquisitive. And then we also got the sorcerer stuff, I believe, didn't we? Excuse me. So sorcerer robe, attire of sorcerer from the Vinheim Dragon School. I think we already had that. Conjurator, yes. Conjurators were the predecessors to pyromancers and spent their lives roaming the lands. No wonder their attire was designed to protect them from fire, poison, and other threats of nature. We are actually going to put on this poison bite ring. We will need it temporarily. Not right now. So don't go over there. That's not a fun place. Crucifixion beasts galore. And we should get another item right, not there, that's just green blossoms. Right over here. The grass crest shield, awesome shield, very good shield. It's not necessarily good for blocking, as you can see it's just worse in every way than our regular crest shield. But it's lightly imbued with magic, which slightly speeds stamina recovery. Very useful for if you're doing like a speed run or something of that nature. So now we want to proceed this way, and as you can see, now I'm going to show you the fun way to kill these guys. The easy way. For beginners, basically. So you can fight them. But first of all, you only see one, I think. There's actually a second one hiding right behind that wall. We're going to ignore him for a second and go pick up this treasure. Which is just a soul, so nothing serious there. Anyway, we want to go ahead and trigger old SA here and his compadre. Yeah, there he is. And we're going to show you the fun way. So go forward, you'll trigger them, they'll get mad. Just run right past them. Don't let them hit you. Run to this ladder and just descend on down here. And they just jump off and die. Well, one of them did at least. We'll go ahead and light the bonfire. Where's our other friend? Oh, he's actually... Okay, well. So he actually decided to come down here. That's okay. They're very easy to kill. As you can see. Nothing to it. Usually they'll both jump off, but if not, just kill them when you get down here. And you get two awesome weapons. Both great weapons. The Great Club. Branch of a giant tree requires considerable strength. But most importantly, the Exile Greatsword, which is just too dope. It's very heavy. It's 17 pounds, but it's a blood-stained greatsword wielded by one of the watchdogs of Farron, who preside over the slumber of fallen warriors. The blade is a reminder of the exile's past misdeeds. Inhuman strength is required to wield this heaviest of curved greatswords. Yeah, you ain't lying, Poppy. Alright, so remember Henri earlier was talking about Farron Keep? Well, here we are. And the first thing you'll notice in Farron Keep is this message right here. Extinguish 3 flames and open the door to Wolf's Blood. So I'll give you a little heads up on that. First of all, notice right away that we are being poisoned. And these guys are built to poise, apparently. This whole swamp will poison you. Poison is not that bad, but it can be very annoying. So, but what I want to show you is, do you notice we got flame, flame, and where's the other one at? Flame. No? It's like right over there. Anyway, those are the 3 flames. So as you're going through the swamp, don't forget that if you get lost, you can just look up and use that as a base. So we're going to go ahead and take the left path first. It doesn't really matter which way you go, as long as you get all the items in this area, because there are quite a lot of very, very good items. So right off the rip, you'll get a poison gem. That'll let you infuse your weapon with poison. The Ragged Mask, you can see it has good poison resistance there. Yeah, nothing, it basically just says it will help you reduce your incoming poison. So you're going to get poisoned in this area. Just accept it. It's not that big of a deal, though. I hate that it takes 2 to kill these guys. But like I said, first off, we're going to take this left path. Just get the items as you come through here. There is a lot of Titanite in this area. And yes, these slug guys can hurt you. Yeah, we're poisoned. Yeah, we don't care. Go ahead and get that item. Come over here. It's very important in the swamp to like try to remember to keep your bearings of where you are. There's nothing up here. I'm just showing you the vista. Give you an idea. Oh, wrong side there, I guess. But you notice we're poisoned and we are slowly losing HP. But when I say slowly, I mean slowly. Anyway, come over here, and this is a very important item. Another Estus shard, hey! You don't have to kill these guys. I just like ending their wretched lives. So you'll notice there's a flame over here. We don't want to go up there quite yet, because there's a couple more items on this side of the wall that we want to get. We will get all the flames, but remember we came through there and then we took a left. I just want to make sure, you know, if you're watching this, you don't get lost, because it is very easy to get lost in this dang swamp. So come over here, and this should be, no, it's not our first encounter. So we're gonna get some prism stones. Stone Parma. Let me get out of here. We're going to read it kind of fast so we don't die. Round stone shield, once carried by an old knight who turned to stone himself. Has powerful defensive properties for its size, but is extremely heavy. Yeah, 7 pounds. It is 100% physical block, but the fact that it doesn't have a parry on it, and is instead weapon skill, is kind of a bummer. Ow. Again, you don't have to kill these guys. I'm just doing it for the heck of it. You'll notice we can still move normally, but as we venture deeper into the swamp, that will change. So right off the bat, you'll notice. You remember this guy? Alright, I told you there was 3 Dark Wraiths in this game. Or, excuse me, 4. Well, there's one of them. So go ahead and trigger him. He'll get pissed. He's got dope poise, so be aware of that. Whew. Oh, his spacing is off the chain too, huh? So you'll notice right off the bat, this one's a lot tougher than that first one we fought, but it still shouldn't be too hard to handle. He did drop the dark mask. Which honestly looks pretty dope. Bone Mask of the Dark Race, relics of a small country that fell to the dark long ago. Looks as if it may crumble to dust at any moment. They were the oldest of the Red Eye invaders and rumored to have served a primordial serpent, aka Koth. Anyway, he was guarding something in here. And something pretty valuable. The Sage's Coal. So we can give that to Andre. White magic flame produced by this coal was given to the Undead Legion long ago by one of the Crystal Sage twins. That will let us make crystal, blessed, and deep infused weapons. So very valuable indeed. So just keep cutting left here. Again, you will get poisoned. It's no big deal. We're still moving normally, I see. And again, I'm just trying to make sure we get all the items here. Yeah, so this is our first encounter with one of these guys. This guy is... Don't let him land on you right there. If he grabs you right there, which he almost did, it will hurt a lot. He will rip out your guts, so be aware of that. Remember, we came from that way, so we're still just kind of trolling around the side here. If you notice, there's another flame right there, so... But again, we're not really concerned with that right now. We want to see these guys over here. Now, these dudes are very tough. Actually, with 3 Estus, we're probably not going to fight them. So don't, yeah, just back up. If you have more Estus, you can go ahead and fight them, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend just, we're going to come back here and start kind of working our way to the middle of the swamp. So you have more of these guys. These are just like dogs, basically. And you also notice we're walking really slow now. Well, this guy's not. So you can, again, use your dagger to traverse quickly through here, which I'm not doing. Notice all those dogs, monsters. Come up here and get the great sword. Very good weapon. Oh, hello. Oh. God, the swamp, man. Unforgiving. Ultra Greatsword with its thick blade, one of the heaviest of its kind. Highly destructive if intolerably heavy. Yeah, that thing's a beast. Purple moss clumps, those will just rid you of the poison, but of course we're just going to keep getting poison, so it's not really an issue. We may be able to go ahead and fight one of these guys, but we really don't want to fight them in this deep swamp. In fact, you don't get anything for killing them. So I would really just recommend avoiding him. Another thing to note, while you're in this deep swamp, your stamina recovery is a lot slower, so... But you really just, as you're moving through here and progressing through this area, just keep an eye out for treasure, you know, because that's how you'll know if you missed an area or not. So as you can see up there, there's some treasure. Wolf's Blood Swordgrass. Very important item there. And Sunlight Talisman. So the Wolf's Blood Swordgrass is actually a covenant item. A leaf signifying a duty fulfilled by the watchdogs of Farron, who stand beside the old wolf to ensure the serenity of those at rest. Depicts a swordgrass leaf stained with dried blood. Long ago, the swordgrass leaf quietly identified members of the Undead Legion of Farron, by the way. In the rotted forest rest the spirits of warriors past. Their acceptance of and gratitude towards their guardians is expressed eloquently by the humble leaf. And then we also got the Sunlight Talisman. the Knight of Sunlight's personal talisman for casting miracles of the god. The talisman bears the knight's own holy illustration, an emblem of his unwavering faith. Use of the talisman skill fills the user with similar steadfastness. Also some Estus soups, you can heal up over here. So we see some treasure there, some treasure over there, treasure over there. It's really treasure everywhere, huh? So we are just gonna not worry about fighting this Joker right now. Because again, you don't get anything for killing him. If he aggroes us, we'll fight him, but... yeah. So we'll fight him. So the main thing with this guy is these dang spell things, these skulls, they do magic damage to you. Oh, when he puts that thing in there, do not get near it, because it will end you. Get away. Damn, a little too slow, huh? Dead. You might think, oh, we're taking a lot of damage here. There is a bonfire very close, I promise. We're just collecting these items around this guy. More Titanite. Yippee! And then this little tricky item, you want to make sure you don't miss this. It's very tucked away, as you can see. The Nameless Knight stuff. Very, very good armor set. Yeah, poisoned. We're always poisoned. Uh-oh. Hazel. Hazel's back. So we are going to actually, since we're going to have to fight Hazel, we're going to pop one of those. Or are you, Hazel? It's kind of weird that she invaded right there. That's not her typical invasion area. Okay, we don't want to fight any of these guys. But apparently we are going to have to. Whew. So you'll notice we have no Estus and we're fighting this dude. And his hits hurt a lot if they connect. Oh, and look who showed up in the nick of time. Old Hazel. Oh yeah, this is bad. Bad news. You know what? We're dead. So, a lot going on there. Anyway, we needed to end the episode, so that's okay. I may go get my souls, but either way, guys, this swamp is Nightmare City. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and hit that subscribe button for me. And we will see you next time, YouTube. Bye!